So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. I am freshly loosened up. I advise anyone with back issues, go to a chiropractor. It definitely works. But anyway, I digress. Make sure you are smashing the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. The subs are flying. The channel is booming. Business is booming over the League on a channel. Big up to everybody who's checked out the Declan Rice didn't give his word video that I did earlier. Fabrizio Romano absolutely putting all of these wannabes in a spliff by saying he hasn't given his word to anybody. Hence why they're speaking to Bayern Munich. Arsenal are interested. We'll be lodging a bid. I've just seen that it will be lodging a bid after they play the Conference League final. So there we go. It is what it is. But anyway, make sure you sub to Lee Reacts as well. Got a video out on that channel. Plenty more to come on there as well. And tomorrow, I will be doing another load of videos on here. Hopefully, I'll be getting back to 3 tomorrow. The last couple of days have been mad busy. But anyway, let's go. Cancelo. Are we taking him? Do you want him? Do you think he's any good? Well, we know he's a good player. But is he mad overhyped? I think so. Can he defend? Not really. Is he a good passer? Yes. Does he have work rate? Yes. But was it Pep's system that made him look better than he is? Probably yes, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not going to say he's a bad player because he ain't. He's actually a very good player. But the way I see people talk about João Cancelo is like he's the greatest fullback in living history. Like, is he really that good? No, genuinely, he's a good player, but he ain't right up in the stratosphere, and he definitely ain't 70 million quid. That's for sure. Bayern Munich have declined the opportunity to activate that clause off of the loan deal and actually purchase him. They don't want to spend that kind of dough on him, and that's got Arsenal fans giddy. Barcelona are looking apparently to get him as well, and obviously, as Arsenal fans do on the internet, they hype up every single player we're linked to, whether they know him or not. They make out they're the best of the best. Then ultimately, when we don't win anything, 9 months later, a year later, or whatever, when the season ends, ultimately we had a thin squad, and we're just party anyway. You know, it is what it is. So it's kind of funny seeing us linked to Cancelo. We're supposed to be trying to get better than Man City, so why do we keep wanting to take their players that are deemed no longer good enough for them? And people are coming in my chat. They'll come in the comments and they'll say, "Yeah, but Lee, he had a falling out with Pep." Well, was you in the dressing room when it happened then? Like, let's just be real with it. If Pep deems him not good enough and allows him to leave, why should we want him? Why? We've seen how that went with the last 2 that we took off of them. Everyone's kind of shocked and amazed that Gabriel Jesus isn't bagging goal after goal after goal. Well, I could have told you that. He scored 14 in one season. That was his best season ever at Man City. You know, same as Lacazette, by the way, at Arsenal. Better footballer, but output very similar. You know, so I don't know why we would even entertain, or the fan base would even entertain, looking at João Cancelo and saying that's the player we need. We've already got one defender on the opposite side who can't defend. Why would we now want another one that can't defend? Do you just want to be leaking goals and shots and opportunities all season? Because I don't. Yeah, and I don't want any of their players. I love Riyad Mahrez to bits. I think he's a top player. And Grealish. I don't want him. If Pep says they're not good enough, they're not good enough. And by saying you can leave, we're going to sell you, that is basically saying you ain't good enough for my club anymore to go forward and to win me major honours. So why should we be picking up the scraps? Why should we be doing that? If we're trying to overtake this lot, not just trying to stay on their coattails. No, we're supposed to be overtaking them. And that applies to every single player. The only one I would take out of Man City, if he wants to get rid of, is Erling Haaland. Other than that, I ain't taking any of them. Yeah, because the fact and reality is, yeah, the summer window just gone, the last summer, we signed Zinchenko and Jesus. They also let Raheem Sterling go. Have any of them 3 really had a genuinely good season? Raheem Sterling's had an awful season. Gabby Jesus thinks he's had a good season. He told us the other day, I had a very good season. Our target was to win a trophy. We unfortunately didn't, but it's been a good season, a very good season, he said. How can it be a very good season if you had an aim to win something and didn't win it? How is that good? you've fallen lower than your expectations personally as a footballer in a club. So how is that ever dressed up as good? Yeah, that's maybe why Pep got rid of him. So yeah, for me, man, I don't want to go down this route again. Yeah, we've done this with we've done this with Chelsea, buying ex-Chelsea players that were over the hill. I'm not saying any of these players are over the hill, but I do not want to be buying more Man City players. No, thank you. We've got a left back that can't defend, and we've got a striker who doesn't score enough goals. So why are we going to buy another defender that can't defend? Not for me. I'd much rather go and do the money on someone else. Yeah, or just keep Ben White at right back and go and get another orthodox right back. You know, Walker Peters has just been relegated. Why not go and get him? Cheap and cheerful, backup, can defend, can get forward. Yeah, won't be playing week in, week out. Probably be happy to join Arsenal because he's just been relegated and is going to push Ben White. Yeah, whereas Cancelo, yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying if we sign Cancelo, Ben White's going back as a bench player. Okay, 50 million quid bench player, yeah? Is that how we roll at Arsenal? Because I've never seen it. Yeah. So we're going to have a 50 million quid bench player who's going to play back up to Saliba. Do these people believe this rubbish? Like, do they genuinely believe these news articles that are flooded the internet every day? Yeah, Ben White's going to be a bench player, and Gabby Magalhaes and William Saliba are going to be the main two. And we're going to go and get Cancelo. We're going to play him at right back, and then we're going to have Zinchenko at left back. And Ben White's just going to go, yeah, cool. What a load of garbage. Yeah, listen, I know we need a squad, but that's just ridiculous. You're putting an inverted fullback on the right side to somebody that has actually been very good this season in Benjamin White. So no, not for me, man. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do summer transfer wise, but I'm telling you right now, do not sign Cancelo. Do not sign any player that Pep wants to kick out. Not one of them. I don't care. I don't want any of them. As good as they are, I don't want any of them. Yeah, the fact and reality is we have to be overtaking them. The only way we overtake them is by signing players that maybe they want. Yeah, or players that are a lot better than the current 11. Yeah, is Cancelo a lot better at right back than Ben White? I mean, that's debatable. And everyone who watches this channel on a regular knows I do not rate Ben White that highly. Yeah, but is he a better defender than Cancelo? I think so. I think so. He might not be a better footballer overall, but Ben White at right back, for me, can defend. Yeah, well, until we all fell off. But for most part, he's been pretty good defensively this season. I had him as the best right back in the league this season until the last 6-7 games. Yeah, and then I'd give it to Trippier. Yeah, but for me, you have to have a right back that can defend. You have to have a left back that can defend. Yeah, and this is where we come unstuck. It's all well and good inverting and overloading the midfield. Well, why don't you just change the formation and put more midfielders in? Ain't fucking rocket science. I'm not getting paid 8 million quid a year for this crap. Yeah, come on, man. It ain't difficult. If you want to have a load of inverted this and inverted that, why don't you just build a formation that does that in the first place? Maybe 3 at the back, 4, and then 2. Am I talking a different lingo here? Yeah, 1 behind in the number 10. You could do that, couldn't you? You could have 2 up front, 1 behind. That's 3. 4 in midfield. There's 7. 3 in defence. Yeah, but then 2 of them midfielders can drop back into defence to make it a 5. I mean, come on, I'm revolutionary. Like, people are banging on about John Stones. Oh, he's a hybrid. Why do people talk in Ponzi terms? What's that all about? John Stones is a defender, but when he ain't got the ball, when Man City have got the ball, he plays in midfield. When they've not got the ball, he goes back into defence. Why are they trying to sex this up? At the end of the day, we can do the same. Yeah, if Pep Guardiola's playing that formation, which he's done and shown that he's going to do next season, he don't need inverted fullbacks. So why do we want an inverted fullback? Why are we still banging on about inverted fullbacks? I'll tell you why. Because we're always 5 years behind. Yeah, we're always years behind everyone else. Yeah, Pep Guardiola has set the pace. He's already told everyone that John Stones is going to be playing in midfield. We've seen that already. So next season, he'll be going with Erling Haaland up front, 4 or 5 in midfield, yeah, and 4 at the back with John Stones. It'll be a 4-1-4-1. Yeah, it'll be a 4-1-4-1. They'll have Rodri, yeah, sitting around there. They'll have Bernardo, they'll have De Bruyne, they'll have Grealish, they'll have John Stones. Yeah, it'll probably make it a 5 without the ball. There's loads of things Pep's going to do next season, and people are going to go, wow, Pep Guardiola will get more points next season than the 89 that he got this season. Yeah. And we'll come back to this video. Clip it 1st of June. My birthday's in 4 days, Monday. Don't forget. Make sure you smash the like button, people. I am wrapping this up. Have a wonderful evening. Let me know, would you take Cancelo? Or have you had enough of this inverted BS? He is linked to Barcelona, but there's no way in a million years they can pay for him unless they sell a load more players. They've just got rid of Jordi Alba. But there we go. It is what it is. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Adios.